there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for you guys. I'm joined by the Brother Bear, the Highwayman himself, TJ.
If I was back in time and I was in Japan during like the era of samurai and everything, like that was like the thing. Do you think that I wouldn't have made it. Never mind. I don't know why I was about to ask. I would have gotten killed.
Hey, if Afro Samurai can make it, you can make it.
No, but he has hair.
And
he's cool.
Pretty cool.
I exist.
We've got some matches from Sully's Abode for you guys. For those of you who don't know, Sully's is the local card shop that we go to every Thursday for Digimon. Start about 6:30 p.m. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, want to check us out, check the shop out. It is located in Bolingbrook, Illinois in the Promenade, and we would be happy to have you. But today's matchup features TJ himself on the left playing HeavyMetaldramon, going up against Steven, who is playing Virus Imperial. Virus Imperial is definitely a deck that's going to be making some waves as the meta moves forward, particularly after the new ban list. I think it's definitely one of those decks that can really put its stamp on the meta, so to speak. Heavy Metal, on the other hand, it's interesting. It's just interesting. I think it still needs a few more support pieces to like really kick it into high.
Bro.
Okay.
It's cheeks. We don't gotta play around the. I love
it.
it.
I try to sound nice about it, but I mean, it's an interesting concept. I just feel like it's a deck that just needs like a little bit more fleshing out before it can actually like stand on its own. Right now, it's sort of in this sort of like initial support phase, but we'll see. We'll see what you can do. Should be interesting just to catch it on cam. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and check out our socials, which will be linked down in the video description below. But enough yapping from me. Let us hop right into the round.
So HeavyMetaldramon, as we're kind of getting started here and just kind of doing some draw and some search on Steven's side, he starts us. I've been thinking about it more, and I've come to realize that HeavyMetaldramon, honestly, it feels like a deck, or it feels like a concept that was like dreamed up in a Yu-Gi-Oh lab, like at a Konami lab, like thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh, but then was put into the wrong game. is what it feels like, because it just like it's like you were saying, it's an interesting idea, but the fact is that the design concept doesn't work for Digimon, like just at a base level with where it's at. Unless you like it, maybe like if it just gets a couple more broken cards, it could do something, but just where it's at right now, it's tough.
Yeah. So Steven's doing some pretty good initial kind of setup here. He goes Chadra, plays out the V, goes into the Flamedra, letting him go into a Dino B. Lets him play out a Pail, I believe. That's a Pail. Yeah,
that's the new BT 20 Pail that on play gives plus 4k and piercing to something. So he gives himself Russian attacks with the Dino B, and then uses the on play to make his Dino B big. And it's crazy that turn 2, he actually just like saw the line for the most part. He just was missing Dragon mode. So I kind of have to respond here.
Yeah.
I'm working on setting up my trash. So right now, I do have the EX7 Punkmon and then the BT19 Impmon. 2 of the BT20 Yukis. I do go into a BT20 Loudmon here, which lets me trash 2 cards, and then I gain plus 4 KDP along with Raid and Piercing. And so I'm trying to decide, like, I know I need to control board. I'm not too worried about the ace. And then I realized he has retail, so I was going to swing there, but then I have to just go ahead and swing into the Pail. Do chip into a Dragon Mode in the security. I have plus 2 KDP off the Punkmon heritable, so I'm 14k, so I live.
Yeah.
And then just drop a training. Just trying to get some search going.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Virus Imperial, both decks take time to set up. Virus Imperial obviously can do it a lot faster and has a lot more explosion to it compared to HeavyMetaldra. Remind me again what the ace does.
The Heavy Metal Ace?
No, the Virus Imperial, the Dragon Mode Ace.
Oh, so the Dragon Mode Ace, it deletes a Digimon with 11,000 DP or less, and then if DNA Digivolving, you can Digivolve into a fighter mode in the hand or trash without paying the cost.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's just you don't get the active aggression that you get with the EX3 Dragon mode, so that's why it's often not run. we do see Steven does just swing into my stack and crash into it, and then he goes ahead and uses the inheritable from the Shadramon to play out a worm from hand, get some search going, get some trash set up, and next turn he's ready to blow up. He's ready to pop off.
Yeah. Battle NPC lets him put a level 3 underneath, which is always really good to be able to, almost like a pseudo scramble without the requirements of your opponent having a Digimon on board. You can just play it out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
It's start of main phase if you don't have a Digimon.
Right.
Delete the Tamer and play out the rookie that's in it. Yeah, the heavy metal just, it needs something more, man. I mean, if you want my thoughts on it, you can check out our deck profile that will be public at this point. At the end of the video, I give a lot of my thoughts on the deck, so I'm not gonna rant about it entirely here. But at the end of the day, just TLDR, I love him as a Digimon. His deck is bad, and I wish it was better. And I wish they had just done a couple of different design choices in terms of like ace and everything. Yeah, so I do just hard drop the ace. I was kind of stuck because I didn't have enough memory to Evo up and do my line because I don't have a level 4 in hand, so the training's useless.
Right.
And that's why so this list is my old list. I was running 4 trainings in this list. I have since switched to running 4 missed memory boosts because the fact is that you're using your Yukis to Evo from trash usually, or your Yaman inheritable to Evo from trash. So you don't get the chance to use the trainings often, so the raw memory is just better.
Sure. Alright, so Steven goes ahead and he starts, like you said, he starts to pop off here, plays out the worm off of Promo Shadra. Worm lets him go into XV. XV will go ahead and blow up the Impmon. Go ahead and DNA here. Looks like we'll go... Wait. Thinking. We will go into the Pyle here, letting him play out Dino B. Dino B and Pyle will DNA, going into Dragon mode. Dragon mode will blow up I believe it's the Punk, right?
Yeah, so he chooses one of my Digimon and one of his and deletes everything else. Or sorry, just one of my Digimon and then deletes everything else.
Goes into the BT12 fighter to bot deck your ace, which will overflow, which is, again, really good board control. Does 3 checks. And we'll drop a worm. All he needs is to be able to DNA here, so if he can find the right pieces, might be able to do something.
Yeah, which he's looking for right now.
Calling.
He'll delete his fighter mode.
Smart.
He cannot partition.
No.
Because it's his own effect, but he does still get the
piece,
he grabs back the Dino B. He would get the undeletion of the Pale, he does get the undeletion of the Shadra as well. So plays with the Vmon, just evos into a Shadra for 2. We'll go ahead and evo from trash into a flame, and then DNA. And yeah.
Fair enough.
So we go game 2.
Yeah, and Steven's been on the Virus Imperial train for quite some time now.
Yeah. And he's well practiced with the deck.
Very, very well practiced.
And he's saying even this moment right now, he's like, I'm sorry, I was still going through the whole combo thing. I'm like, I was like, you're good. I was letting you. I know you gotta like practice the combos. It's a whole chain of things to resolve, and like there's so many different avenues you can explore with like how you want to do things potentially with just like little like micro decisions in between that can really like maximize your value of the stack. So it's like it's good just to get the practice. So that's why I was like, I knew I was dead. I knew he had the possibility of DNAing again. But I just figured, rather than me just scoop early when I knew I was dead, just let him get the practice he wanted to get. Sure. But yeah, I unfortunately did not see my EX7 Heavy Metal Draw, even though that card is worse than the ace, but the ace, gives overflow memory and doesn't have any protection, so it's tough. That's right. My thought process at the end there was like, I just got to play the ace and then hope he's missing pieces and just try and set up a blocker on the board, because otherwise I'm just gonna die like really bad. So that was the thought process there, was just try and get a 14k blocker.
Sure. All right, so we started game 2. You go into an Impmon and then drop another Yuki.
Yeah, this is the memory center Yuki again.
And then Steven kind of reciprocates by getting some search set up with the Vmon, pitching a Pyle to draw 2. Plays out a worm, which will let him search, and then we'll be able to pick up a worm.
He does get bottom decked.
We talk about how good that worm is in like blue-green Imperial, but man,
dude, it's
so good
that
for this
worm.
deck.
That worm was designed for red purple. Absolutely, even more than blue green. That worm is such gas in this deck. So I'm just trying to set up some bodies. I just go ahead, I play an imp, evo into a punkmon. Since I have 1 or less tamers on board, I'm able to play out the EX7 Yuki, which is good. That means I can evo from trash now, so I get a little bit more of my engine actually going here.
So XV to the promo Shadra. We just straight up DNA here into Dino B, playing out the Pyle. We'll give itself plus 4k, it looks like. And we'll go ahead and sweep.
And he was just making sure he was resolving things correctly. So I'm letting him know that's like, you do this Dino B first. You if you're because you do the one Digivolving to play out the Digimon, but you have to finish resolving Dino B's effect. So you can choose to give yourself rush and attack or not, and then you use Paledra's on play. So I was just letting him know.
Sure.
And so he does that, does chip me, and he raids through my stack with the piercing that he gains from the Paledra, which is good. It's really good. These two cards in conjunction. This is the Paledra that it feels like was designed to work with this Dino B.
Right.
Like these two cards together are such a menace. Being able to swing it like 12, 14, sometimes 16 KDP as a level 5 is just nasty, especially if you have the BT1 tie on the board to get the extra security check.
Right.
It can just go really, really nutty, really fast.
Okay, so you're doing some things here.
Yeah, so what I did is I used the Yuki to Evo from trash. I went ahead and went into the EX7 Loudmon. On Evo, I trashed 2 cards, nothing for me to delete, and then I used the other Yuki to end of turn swing. And I have the one attacking effect of the Yaman because I have 4 less cards in hand. I can Evo into the HeavyMetaldramon. And right now I'm debating if I want to swing into the Dino B. I know he has Partition, so that was my concern.
Partition doesn't save against battle, right? It has the inheritable effect.
Retail.
Or retail. Okay.
That's what it has. That's what I was worried about. So I go Heavy Metal. I don't remember where I actually ended up swinging. We'll find out in a second. I popped the Pyeldra off of the on Evo effect to delete something with more or less CP.
Sure.
Which I'm just showing. That's what's in my trash right now.
So he will ace Evo here. Oh.
No, it's not ace. So the Pyeldra has an effect for when one of your Pyeldramon or Dino Beamon would be deleted. You can go ahead and DNA Digivolve into a Dragon mode.
Holy moly.
So my deletion just whiffs. But I had to risk it. It was all I could do.
As you can see, I play a lot of blue where I just bounce.
Yeah. No, yeah. If it's very strong into
wild.
deletion effects. The Dino B from BT20 does have protection from bounce though as well.
Right. Okay.
The Dino B from that set, or from BT20, is all turns when one of your Pyeldramon or Dino Beamon would be returned to hand or deck. 2 of your Digimon can DNA Digivolve into an Imperial Dragon mode in your hand. Which
honestly was one of the cruxes, right, of the deck, where like if you just bounced your pieces, you don't get a lot of your undeletion effects. Now that you have that protection, dang good.
Yeah, it does some work. It does some work.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead swing. We do 2 checks. Go into a Stingmon. We end up turn DNA here, going into another Dino B.
Yeah.
Dino B plays out another Dino B, one of the newer ones. Goes ahead.
Yeah, that's the one that gives the bounce protection.
Gotcha. We'll go ahead, swing. It's the last check. And I think our scoring system should be good here. It is a little slower, so it like updates just a tad bit later, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. It makes my life a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, less editing. It's just easier to kind of do it as we go. Yeah, so now I'm stuck. Let's fit. I lost the game. I'm sitting here. I'm thinking like, all right, is there anything I can do? There's a Dragon mode with Partition. There's a Dino B with Partition and on deletion. And then there's another Dino B.
Easy, just Crimson Blaze and then Omni EX. Done.
Yeah, I'm trying right now to find. I think I'm trying to find the ace because I was like, all right, maybe if I can like just hard slam the ace, play something out, end of turn, play something out off of Heavy Metal Draw, I can get like 4 blockers on the board potentially. But that's really all I had in mind. It's all I really could think to do. I just play a Yuki, but my hand is just stuck. I have no other draw or search power right now.
Yeah.
I'm just debating how I want to end up just passing the turn because I know the game's over. End of turn, I'm going to just swing anyways for funsies. I just play a scramble. No effect. I just, well, I guess I can end of turn play Digimon. So I'm using the HeavyMetaldramon effect to end of turn to play something out. I have 3 cards in hand though, so I can only play out, what is it, 5 cost or less?
Sure.
So I play the Imp, get some search, and then I just swing using the Yuki effect for 2 checks. Hit an Analog Youth as if things weren't already bad enough for me.
Oh no. And
then I scoop. Yeah, it's over.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a hard matchup in general, but it's made even harder by the fact that HeavyMetaldramon is just bad. it's just bad. Like, I can see what their idea was, but like I said, it was just like, it feels like it was a concept designed for a different card game. And then it was just like tossed into Digi thinking like, yeah, this will be cool in Digimon. It's like, no, it won't. It won't. It's just bad. It doesn't work.
Yeah. But I mean, it is like Yuki is a Liberator character, so hopefully we get some more support for it down the road, as we've seen with other Liberator decks.
She needs a broken line. She genuinely needs like another line that is just straight up broken, I think, in order to make the deck even plausible.
Her and like Sendril. I feel like Sendril's is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Sendril's like doo-doo, but I feel like Sendril it's needing support. I feel like it's one of the least. Yeah, exactly. So who knows? Maybe we'll see this down the road.
Because we got the promo for it with the other promos, but like that's it. That's the only thing we've seen since
it got released.
Yeah, because it didn't get any. Yeah, it had its EX7 set in the structure deck, and that's it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As TJ said, check out his deck profile that should be live by now. By the time this video goes out, we'll link it down in the video description below. Hit that like and subscribe button again if you haven't already, and hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye bye.